But before, maybe for those that are new or for those that are they don't know too much about EVMOS, can you explain a little bit, maybe by comparing what full EVM compatibility means, which is what you guys doing with EVMOS, compared to something like, for example, the Gravity Bridge chain, where you just have a bridge that connects Ethereum to CØSMOS. Can you maybe explain a little bit deeper, like how these different levels of compatibility to Ethereum differentiate to each other and why it's a big deal?
Yeah, I can shed some light on that. So with EVMOS, you have basically a full running EVM. So you can basically run anything that has before ran on the EVM, and that includes a lot of different protocols, a lot of different apps, that exist on Ethereum and other EVM ecosystems. From a standpoint of kind of just like bridging solutions, which Gravity is like one option to basically do bridging between ETH and CØSMOS. What this enables us to do is basically do bridging between any EVM to EVM like connection that is out there. So we have kind of more flexibility to talk to as many chains as possible. On top of that, the kind of communication, the bridging that actually happens can be more like defined. So right now, like bridging is just like, hey, I want to transfer assets from chain A to chain B. The next version of that might be like, hey, I want to have my account on chain A, be able to call things on chain B, and not have to like create an account on chain B and like do stuff on chain B, right? And this is actually the concept of like interchain accounts, if people have heard of it. But the idea there is to like increase the composability between two chains that communicate over IBC. And the composability right now is I can only do transfers, and the composability we want to get to is I want to be able to make function calls from chain A to chain B.
Okay. So does that also mean that any current Ethereum developer that is writing smart contracts on Ethereum in Solidity, could they just easily write new contracts or just migrate their projects over to EVMOS? Is that the key difference?
Yeah. So because we run a full EVM, people can actually deploy their smart contracts to EVMOS. Whereas Gravity Bridge is just a bridge for moving tokens over to the CØSMOS ecosystem, and these tokens are no longer represented as ERC20s, so they kind of lose their EVMness, to put it simply. And because of that, they become kind of just denominations that you can transfer around. And some people, this is what they want. This is exactly what they want. This is all they want. What we think is people want to do more than just be able to transfer around these EVM denominations, because when they came from Ethereum, they had all these options as to like what they could do with these denominations. And one of the things that's interesting is the application layer for ERC20s. It's like more defined on Ethereum, whereas like in CØSMOS, you kind of have to you're basically relying on like everybody else to deploy their various applications and then support the denomination, and then there's a whole process for that. For us, for deploying apps on EVMOS, if you use the ERC20 standard, you're basically like it's very easy to just like support our tokens. And a lot of these chains, a lot of these ERC20 tokens, because they came from EVM and they're landing on another EVM, it just makes a lot of sense for them to like operate in such a way. That's kind of like a high level view of like what's different.
That's awesome.